Jack is out there, Jack is near. Jack be nimble, Jack brings fear. Jack has axes and blades too. I think you know where I'm getting at today, guys. John Schaffer's Purgatory. Heck yeah. Alright, Iced Earth fans, do I got a treat for you today? So, I'm going to talk about pre-Iced Earth material, and specifically this album, John Schaffer's Purgatory. This came out in 2018. I still can't believe it's been that long ago. I remember when this, out of nowhere, they started talking about doing this, and I was like, are you serious? So, so Purgatory lasted from, I believe, 1985 to 88. Then they changed their name to Iced Earth. And from 84 to 85, they were called The Rose. So, I remember, a little backstory. I always like giving a little backstory. I remember checking out the Purgatory stuff on YouTube. I always like checking people's, old demos and stuff. It's interesting, especially when it's like different songs that, it's never been released before. And I did it with Blind Guardian, with Lucifer's Heritage, which I liked some of the Lucifer's Heritage stuff. I thought there was good material there. Was it the same feeling for Iced Earth? Not really. The recordings were really, really rough, and they had 3 demos, I believe. I know one was called Horror Show, which obviously they called an album Horror Show later on, so I thought that was kind of neat. But and of course the band used to have like a horror theme, and it kind of looked like they did a little bit of theatric type stuff on stage, or at least dressed up. It was kind of a neat idea. But and only like, I think, 3 original members from Purgatory actually worked on this album. John Schaffer, obviously, Bill Owen also on guitars, and Gene Adam, who also sung on the first Iced Earth album. So yeah, I don't know. I just remember thinking the original demos were just, they sound really rough. The ideas just sounded kind of, I just thought it sounded kind of mediocre for what Schaffer and the guys could do. So, but, I was excited to get this. I was going to get it no matter what. Even if I, never wanted to listen to the Purgatory stuff again, I was still interested. But I'm going to be honest, this changed my mind. This absolutely changed my mind. Underneath those horrible sounding demos and just kind of subpar musicianship at times. Not subpar, not horrible, but just, just very, very primitive sounding musicianship for Schaffer. What you got here is something that's super polished up, and these songs are actually awesome. I never would have thought they would have been this good, but it just goes to show you some things just need a little bit of a makeover, and you might just have something great. So what do we got on here? We got In Your Dreams, a song about Freddy Krueger. We got Dracula, which is about Dracula, and Jason's Mine, Jason, Jack, Jack the Ripper, Burning Oasis. And okay, so some of these titles have been reused, but they're not the same songs. Dracula is not the Dracula from Horror Show. Jack is not the Jack from Horror Show, and Burning Oasis is not the Burning Oasis from Burnt Offerings. And also, there's even one part that was reused for a middle section of Diary on Burnt Offerings. And I'm starting to forget which track it was. Is it In Your Dreams, I think, that reused that? I want to think it is. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. That was the only thing reused. That one section and some song titles. So how is this better? In what way is this better? Well, for one thing, the production way better. At least this is actual Morris sound quality. And John Schaffer's guitar tone sounds great, like just classic John Schaffer tone. And funny enough, this production to me sounds better than like the albums that were coming out at the time, like Plagues of Babylon. Like, I think this sounds way better than that. Like, this sounds like the Iced Earth that I love, and not that weird sounding modern diminishing tone of John Schaffer's guitar. I don't know. Like, this actually like captures like the old school Iced Earth pretty well, at least like 90s Iced Earth. I don't know what happened production wise, but I like it a lot. You know, these songs are actually kind of brilliant. Like, some things are actually really creepy. Like, In Jason's Mind has a really cool little intro. Jack is, I mean, some of the lyrics kind of come off as goofy, but they're just kind of like a fun kind of goofy. Like, it's, I don't know, I just think it's really cool. It was kind of an interesting idea what they did with Purgatory, just kind of being like this horror themed band. But yeah, and Gene Adam, honestly, this is the best he's ever sounded, in my opinion. He sounds pretty awesome on here. You know, he's got some better vocal control on here. And again, I always kind of had a soft spot for Gene. I always thought he could have been something really amazing if he got some vocal lessons or something. The dude has a great range. And he sounds great on here. He sounds like a lot more polished up. You know, I don't know. I think it's really cool. It's just you get some nostalgia out of this. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, Gene Adam is going to be singing on another metal album like in 2018. You know, like this is great. I was so excited to hear him again on something. And yeah, it's really good. Well worth it. I mean, even though it's only 5 songs, it's well worth the money. This isn't one of those things where I would say for, you know, true Iced Earth fans, collectors only. Like, I actually think this is good. Like, this is actually good. Changed my mind on the demos forever. So, yeah. So that's really all I got to say about it. I'll go ahead and show you the inside. My case broke. I've only probably opened this a couple of times and put it on the shelf after ripping it onto my phone, and yeah, case is broke already. Whatever. But it's kind of a cool picture. Of course, looks like we got a rest in peace Richard Bateman. A little band photo. Here's what the disc looks like. Pretty neat stuff. But yeah, that's about all I got to say about this. Thanks for watching, and go track this down.